Greetings, everybody. How are you today? Can you hear me okay? Please let me know if everything is okay. If you have any question, please send in your question now, one at a time, and I will start reading your comments and your question. Tony Yip, Sadhu. Kim Boon Chu, Sadhu, Sadhu. Enilam, Sadhu. Eli Hassan, good day, Ajahn. Sound clear. Thank you. If this is your first time to join this meeting, please let me know where you come from. Thank you. NG Chung Tiang, good morning, Bante. Good morning to you. Kenneth Han, good morning, Thanajan. Very clear. Thank you, Ken. Thank you, Professor. Eric Tan. Sadhu, Sadhu. We have about 1 hour to discuss the Dhamma practices. If you have any question regarding the practice of mindfulness, samadhi, or panya, or the practice of sila, please send in your question. Eric Tan, Sadhu, Sadhu. Ya Chanicha, Sadhu. Yani Nguyen, Sadhu. Ui Pohua, Sukihotu, Ajahn. So far, everybody is happy. Everybody doesn't seem to have any question yet. Maybe you are typing your question now. Please send in one question at a time, because sometimes it takes a while to answer your question, and then this will then cause the comment of other people to be pushed away from the screen. So please be brief with your question so it doesn't take too much time to read it either. Okay, here comes the first question. Maybe I'm not sure. Punami Tan, good day, Bante. I have too many thoughts which make my depression to relapse. I have tried to control to think more positively, but it's very difficult. What should I do? Thanks. Recite the mantra. Keep reciting Bhutto, Bhutto, or something similar, or chanting the sutta, or chanting the quality of the Buddha, Dhamma, and Sangha. Iti piso bhagava araham samma sambuddho. You can chant long verses or short verses. As long as you keep chanting, you cannot keep thinking. Then your bad thought will disappear, and your depression will disappear. So you have to be diligent in your reciting of your mantra. Do it mentally. You can do it quick, or you can do it slow. It's up to you. But do it. Don't leave your mind alone without control. Because if you don't control your mind will control you. Will take over your mind, causing depression in your mind. Chairman Metta. Chairman Metta. Good afternoon, Venerable Thanajan. Thank you. And Sadhu, Sadhu. Shirley Ko, Sadhu, Sadhu. Terence T.H.B. Hi, Thanajan. Greeting from Singapore. Thanks for your time in sharing the Dhamma. You're welcome. EOSC. Satu Tanajan. Chi Tik Sing Satu. Patty from Suwon. Good morning, with my respect, Tanajan. Greetings from Bangkok. Sound is clear. Thank you. Adi Aha. Satu. David Sila Nanda. Satu Satu. Pauline Soon. Satu to my respect, teacher. Thank you. If you have problem with your mind, the first thing to do is to recite the mantra. Then your problem will be temporarily fixed. Then after that, you might have to use wisdom to figure out what kind of thoughts, what kind of craving is causing you problem. Then you have to apply the three characteristics to the object of your cravings. Then you will see that it will bring you dukkha because it is impermanent, it is anatta. Once you see this, then you can stop your cravings. C.K. Sai, good morning, Thanajan. Thank you very much for your time and teaching. Sound is clear. You're welcome. One Vimon, Namaskar Ajahn. Satu, Satu. Looks like today will be an easy day for me. Not much question yet. So good. We can just sit here and look at each other. I cannot see you though, but you can see me. Bilim, Satu, Satu Ajahn. Thank you for your Dhamma talk. You're welcome. Kachanila, action. Hello, Venerable Ajahn. I have a question. What is your opinion about Shula Sotapanna? I'm not sure what is the word Shula mean. Sotapanna is a person who has entered the stream that will take one to Nibbana, the stream of Nibbana. So this is the first time I heard of Shula Sotapanna. I thought there's only one Sotapanna. And the person who can eliminate the first three fetters, the fetter of wrong views regarding the five khandha, the fetter of doubt in the Buddha, Dhamma, Sangha, and the fetter of grasping at the law of karma. Not fully understand the law of karma. It's called Silapatta Paramasa. Sue Kelly. Good evening, Thanajan. Glad to see you. Glad to see you. Glad to hear from you too, Sue. I have skipped some questions. I have to go back up. Sorry, so many questions came in while I was answering. So I have to go back. Pasana Chunasevi, good morning, Venerable Pa Ajahn. I always keep looking in my mind to see what will make it not still. Is it right? You can, but you can use the mantra. You can keep it still by reciting the mantra. Sometimes your mind can be very subtle, and you will not be able to see that it is still thinking, even though you're looking at it. So it's better just to keep reciting the mantra of the 32 parts of the body. Sen Yin, good morning, Ajahn. During meditation, I put in a lot of effort to focus on my breath and in my daily movements. I also put a lot of effort to focus on what I do and not let my thought run wild. I feel very tired as it is not natural. Am I doing it correctly? Yes, you have to force it because your mind likes to run away, likes to be wild. So in taming the mind, it will take you a lot of effort. So you will not feel comfortable, but you have to try to endure it because your mind is still fighting against your effort. But eventually it will give up. Once you give up, then you'll find it very easy to control your mind. So this is during the fight, the struggle between you and your defilement. Your mind is being controlled by your defilement, make it wild and restless and agitated. So you have to use mindfulness to calm it down. While doing this, it will cause you a lot of tension. So it's natural for you to feel very tired after a while. So when you feel tired, why don't you just sit down and meditate? Sit down and watch your breath, or do some chanting. Or if you feel that you are practicing is overloading you, then maybe you can relax, and instead of using mindfulness, you can listen to Dhamma talk instead. Maybe listening to Dhamma talk is easier than trying to focus on your movement or on the mantra. But you're doing it correctly, and it's going to tie you down. But eventually, when your mind stops resisting your mindfulness, then your mind will be peaceful, calm, and you feel light and easy and happy. So you have to persevere, keep focusing, keep developing mindfulness. Hui Decha Nuvatana, Deyatanajana. If I receive misinformation and pass along to other people, am I breaking the fourth precept? If you know that it is misinformation, then you are breaking the precept. If you don't know, then you're not breaking the precept. If you think it was true, then it's okay. But if you knowingly know that it is false, and then you keep passing it on to other people without telling them that it is false, then you're breaking the fourth precept. Punamitan Bante, to be with someone that I love and not being able to be with him is suffering. How can I overcome it? Sadhu, sadhu. You have to calm your mind, calm your desire to want to be with someone. Your desire to be close to someone is causing you suffering. So you have to meditate, like using the mantra Bhutto, 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 to stop your thought about the person and your desire to be close to that person. Once you can stop this, then your mind will become calm, peaceful, and happy being alone. So you have to try to learn to develop mindfulness. Recite mantra, practice, keep practicing reciting the mantra. And then when you feel lonely, you feel suffering, then you can use the mantra to calm your mind, calm your desire down. Following soon, if a person who is wise wants to know how the way they speak, I'm not sure what you are referring to. If a person who is wise wants to know how the way they speak, who wants to know who speak what? I'm not sure. You have to repeat your question again, rewrite your question to be more clear. Kachanila action. Thank you, Venerable Ajahn. You're welcome. Sue Kelly, good evening, Tan Ajahn. Glad to see you. Glad to see you too. Tay Seng Hin, Sadhu, Sadhu. Tony Tanajan, thanks for the Dhamma explanation. Sadhu, Sadhu. Be cheerly. Namo Buddhaya Venerable Ajahn. Thank you for conducting the Dhamma talk Q&A session as it gives some guidance in daily life. Sukho Otu. You're welcome. Pauling soon. Now I am learning about kind defilement, how to aware it in daily life and recognize it as natural and as cause and condition. Can you explain? I cannot explain your question. I don't understand your. You say you understand. You're learning about the defilement and how to be aware in daily life and recognize it as the natural cause. No, when you look at your defilement, you don't look at it as a natural cause. You look at it as a cause of your suffering, in which you have to subdue or eliminate by using mindfulness, Bhutto, 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 or by application of the three characteristics of existence on the object of your desire, of your craving. Shubhoilo, Satu, Satu. Adeline Jean, good afternoon, Tanajan. Good afternoon to you. Ali Hassan, when sitting meditation after half an hour, I feel like head fall to left and right side. Same with condition. When someone really sleepy, is because you lack mindfulness. You're about to fall asleep. So you should get up and do walking meditation first. Get some mindfulness back, you feel awake, and then come back and meditate, sitting again. Falling soon, I noticed that this mind project many not right things happening. And Ajahn explain more, because you don't have wisdom and mindfulness. It's your delusion that keep projecting this thing. So with mindfulness and wisdom, your mind will project the right thing. ได้บ้านช้าง Sadhu, Sadhu. Terence T.H. Lee, Hi Tan Ajahn. Why we are doing sitting meditation, should we include metta meditation into it? Not necessarily. When you do meditation, you should focus on your breath and forget about metta meditation. Unless you have hindrance. If you have a hindrance of anger at someone, then you can apply metta to eliminate this anger before you can return to your breath. If you cannot focus on your breath because you are angry at someone, then you have to forgive that someone first. Once you have forgiven that someone, then your anger will disappear. Then you can then come back and focus on your breath again. J.W. Lee, good day, Tanajan. My appreciation to your teaching. May your meritorious virtue and Dhamma practice always bring you joy, peace, and happiness. Thank you. Pramsa J.W. Satu. Santilai Satu. Bundami Tan. Pante, in order to have tranquility, peace, I went for chanting at temple and skipped my Dhamma lesson. I simply cannot concentrate on Dhamma studies. Does that mean I still have awareness and conscious to know what's best for me? Thanks. If you want tranquility, you don't need to study. All you need to know is how to meditate. But if you want wisdom, then you have to study the Dhamma teaching, especially about the Four Noble Truths and the three characteristics of existence. But if you want peace and tranquility, then you have to do chanting or meditation. Catherine Poor Satu Satu Anumodami Metta Chan Mahajan. Thank you. Patsy Chung Satu. Sen Yin. Thank you, Ajahn. Satu. Yes, when I feel tired, I do go sit and meditate or read Dhamma. Even so, if I'm not mindful, the mind goes into thinking and also get very tired too. Even when I sleep, I also don't get a restful sleep as I am not mindful in sleep. It is a habit of mine to keep thinking, and I will keep trying. Thank you, Ajahn. Yes, just do as much as you can. Don't overdo. Don't overdo, because you can overstress yourself. Do the middle path, not too much and not too little. Then your practice will be smoother and easier. But if you try to do more than you can do, then it can be stressful. Pauline soon, right attitude and Dhamma knowledge is crucial for right learning to reduce the defilement. Yes, you have to have the right attitude. The right attitude is the Four Noble Truths. To know that your suffering is caused by your defilement. And the wisdom and the practice of mindfulness and wisdom is the remedy to get rid of your defilement, to get rid of your dukkha. James Ong, picture and sound clear, Ajahn. Thank you. The BT Namaskar, Ajahn, from Medan, Indonesia. Thank you. Alvin Lee, good afternoon, Ajahn. Greeting from KL. Thanks very much for your teaching. You're welcome. We Pai Son, Satu. JJ Tan, what is the purpose of chanting and how does it help us in daily life? Chanting is the method of developing mindfulness, like reciting the mantra or focusing on your body movement. This will reduce your thoughts and your emotion. The more mindfulness you have, the more reduction of thoughts and emotion will be. Your mind will become more peaceful, calm, and happy. Chi Chin Chuan, good afternoon, Ajahn. I try to reduce my desires, but I only manage to curb it for a short time. Then I will want to fulfill my desire even more. What should I do? Please advise. Thank you. You just have to use mindfulness. Every time you think of something that you want, then you should just recite the mantra Bhutto Bhutto to stop your thought. Or you can use wisdom by telling yourself that what you get isn't really good for you, because they are all addiction. Once you get it, you become addicted and you want more and more, and you will never be satisfied. And when you cannot get what you want, then you will get dukkha. Eli Hassan, Ajahn, just felt the head fallen to left and right. No sleepy feeling at the moment, just kind of shocked. At the moment it's fallen down. May I just ignore and continue? Yes, if you can ignore it and continue with your meditation. But if your head fallen, then it's probably you are about to fall asleep. I might be wrong, I don't know. But if you can continue on meditating without falling asleep, then go on do it. Pauline soon, by practicing meditation and without learning more Dhamma, can it reduce the defilement? You can reduce the defilement temporarily with meditation. If you want to eliminate your defilement, you have to use wisdom. Sonade, dear Ajahn, where is the citta? The citta has no size, shape, or form, so there is no location for the citta to exist. Don't look for the the location of the citta. Just use mindfulness and just keep controlling your citta, which is more important. You don't have to know where your citta is. Your citta is where you are right now. You are the citta, but the citta is not you. That's the problem. Because you is the delusion. The citta is the one who knows and the one who thinks. And you think that it is you, so you think you are the citta. Once you stop thinking, then you will disappear. And all that is left is the citta, the knower. Question from Levan, California, USA. What is the recipe for happiness in life? The Buddha gave us the recipe of dana, charity, sila, morality, bhavana, meditation. This is the recipe for happiness in life. If you can practice charity, morality, and meditation, you will be happy. You can be happy. You will always be happy. So when you're not happy, do some charity. Keep the precept. Stop doing bad karma and meditate and study the Dhamma teaching of the Buddha. Study the Four Noble Truths. Study the three characteristics of existence. Study the way to develop mindfulness, such as the Satipatthana Sutta, the four foundation of mindfulness. Chi Ching Chuan. During Bindabat, I saw monks sometimes keep the food they want with them. Most likely they want to have it for their own. That consider they still have desire. Yes, we have desire, but as long as it is not breaking the precept, then it's okay. We have to eat, right? So you have to choose. If you can choose the food that you can eat, then you can choose. But if you don't want to have any desire, then you just don't keep any food, and just wait to get the food when you go back to the monastery. Get whatever you want, whatever you get. There will be the practice of a noble disciple. A noble disciple doesn't choose any food; he just take it as it comes. Ryan Honda, dear Ajahn, whether tinnitus is a distracting state of calm, just ignore it. Thank you, Sadhu. Okay, this is just a comment. And then the question from Jeffrey Yeo, Malaysia. If there is no self, why should we be concerned with rebirth and karma? Because there is suffering. And the one who suffers is the mind, the citta, which is not a self. It is a natural phenomenon that is being overwhelmed or controlled by delusion and defilement. So we have to get rid of delusion and defilement in order to free the mind, the citta, from suffering. Question from Jeffrey Yo, Malaysia. Okay, I just answered this question, sorry. Hemlata, how do we cultivate blessing? Sadhu, sadhu. By doing good karma. This is the way to cultivate blessing. Give love, give happiness to other people. Then you are blessing other people. And you are also blessing yourself. Because when you give happiness to other people, you also feel happiness within yourself. Lucy, Dana, Chitta, Sasoms, Sadhu, Sadhu. Falling soon, if somebody scolds me and I try to watch, hearing is hearing, not involving the mind. Is it the way to eliminate the aversion and anger arise? Well, you have to try to find out if it can stop your anger or not. This is something you have to test it yourself, experiment it. No point asking me. Try it. When somebody scolds you, and just listen. See whether you can stop your anger from arising or not. Eric Tan, good afternoon, Ajahn. How do I know after practicing meditation whether I am sleeping during meditation or practicing meditation correctly? If you don't know you are practicing meditation, then you're sleeping. If you know you're meditating, you know every moment of your meditation, then you're not sleeping. So you just have to, if you're aware, if I'm talking to you now, and you are aware of what I say, then you're not sleeping. If I'm talking to you and you don't know what I'm saying to you, then you're sleeping. Swiss bliss. Ajahn Sadhu, I am Savi from Switzerland. Thank you for your great Dhamma teaching. My question is, after that, when one attaches to a new human body, how the citta again turns to a mind of a child? No, the citta never turns the mind as a child. The citta is still the main the citta, but it cannot act as a grown-up because of the limitation of the body. So you have to relearn to use the new body. So the mind becomes like a child. But it's not because the mind is a child. The body is a child. So you have to learn how to use the new body. You have to learn how to walk, how to talk, how to eat, how to do so many things. Because with each different body, there's a different way of doing things. If you should get a body of an animal, then you do it differently from the body of a human being. The thought will still be mature, but it cannot end up the mature thought with a young child, with a baby. So he has to wait for the body to mature, to grow up, before he can apply his mature thought again. Pauline soon, what meaning of mindfulness? I don't know, you've been talking to me for many hours now, and now you just keep coming back to the same old question again. So I think I would like to stop answering your question, because you're just going around and wasting my time and everybody else. Pauline soon again, body is the one produce defilement, right? No, the body doesn't produce defilement. It's delusion that produces defilement. Eddie Gan, good evening, Tanajan. May I know what is the meaning of Luang Ta? Any different with Luang Po? Thank you. In Thailand, when we call a monk informally, we look at his age. If he's old, like a grandpa, we call Luang Ta. Ta means grandpa. Luang means venerable. Luang Ta means venerable grandpa. Luang Ta. Luang Po means father. If we see someone the age of our father, then we call him Luang Po instead of Luang Ta. If we see the person the age of our grandfather, then we call him a Luang Ta. So this is an informal way of addressing a monk. Luang Po means venerable father. Luang Ta means venerable grandfather. Okay, I hope you understand. If not, you can ask again. Joanne Lim Chu In, Satu Satu. Chin Li Ching, what's the benefit of Tudong walking on the road? No benefit at all, really. Tudong is supposed to be walking in the forest, not on the road. You want to seek seclusion, not show the world that you are walking Tudong. This is a showcase, not Dhamma practice. Real Dhamma practice, people who will do real Tudong, they do walking in the forest, away from the sight and sound of people, not showing themselves off that I'm walking Tudong. by walking on the street. Chonburi MTR Satu Satu. Pauling soon again. When meditate, notice appear of non-self happening. Can Ajahn explain? No, I tell you, I cannot explain the question. You asked too many questions already. I think you should spend more time meditating than asking questions, because you're just going around and around in a circle, not getting anywhere. So Nade, is it alright if I simply watch the emptiness without usual meditation of objects such as breath? If you can calm your mind that way, yes. If you can make your mind still peaceful and happy and have equanimity. Chi Tek Seng. Venerable Ajahn, I don't meditate consistently. Years ago, I had this experience on 2 occasions. I am surrounded by light shining into my body until everything is luminous. What should I do when I do meditation? When you meditate, you want to concentrate on an object such as your breath and ignore everything that appears. Just keep watching your breath. Concentrate or focus on your breath only, in and out breath, and ignore everything that might appear during meditation. Don't pay attention, because they are all distractions, because your goal is to bring your mind into emptiness and calmness. Me Ui, Satu Satu. Chin Li Ching. When someone superior is angry, how can I use the situation as a practice for oneself? When somebody is angry, you should treat them like a storm, a natural phenomenon, something that you cannot stop or control. All you can do is just brace for the storm, remain peaceful and calm, and let the storm boil over. Chi Chin Chuan, is it true? At the moment of death, we focus on happiness. We can be born in a better world, even we had bad karma previously. No, if you have bad karma, then you will focus on your bad karma, and you will go into the undesirable realm of existence. Only when you did good karma, when you die, then you will focus on happiness. Without the good karma, you cannot focus on happiness, because happiness arises from good karma, and suffering arises from bad karma. That's why the Buddha said, the Buddha teaches us to stop doing bad karma and keep doing only good karma, so that when we die, we can focus on happiness and go to heaven. Any lam, Satu Satu. Su Kelly. Ajahn, is there any problem with using the sound around me as my meditation object, along with watching my breathing at the same time, until I can just switch to sorry, your question keep running away from the screen. Alright, is there any problem with using the sound around me as my meditation object, along with watching my breathing at the same time, until I can just watching just my breath? I find it to be calmer when I want more silence in my mind. Just listening to my dog snoring and the refrigerator and sound outside, etc. At the start, if you find that by first listening to this sound to calm your mind, so that you can then focus on your breath, then it's okay. But you eventually will have to focus on your breath only. But when you start, you might find it not possible, because you're still distracted by the sound. You're still being pulled by the sound. Then you can just listen to the sound for a while and then try to focus solely on your breathing eventually. You have to focus on your breath eventually. only on your breath and nothing else. If you want to really calm your mind. Hemlata M. Do yogis live for 212 years? Life? If yes, how can they live so long? You have to go to ask the yogi. I'm not a yogi, sorry. I don't know anything about that. Punami Tan, thank you, Bante. Truly appreciate your time and effort for replying my messages every week. I felt much better and calmer after your explanation. You're welcome. Chi Chin Chuan, does meditation mean empty mind? Don't think of anything at all and just have a blank mind. How do I do that? By focusing on something, such as your breath, if you're sitting in meditation, or reciting a mantra. If you're not sitting in meditation, you can focus on your body movement. Just keep watching what you are doing at the moment. Try to think as little as possible. Because the thought is the one that causing you a lot of stress. Without thought, then there will be no stress in your mind. Swiss bliss. I am savvy again, Sadhu. Does mindfulness purely come through our practice, or does the level of our mindfulness is a continuation from one's previous birth to a certain level? Yes, it's a continuation from previous birth. So if you had developed a lot of mindfulness before, you'll find that developing mindfulness in this life is a lot easier. Because some people are by nature peaceful and some have tense mental condition. Thank you, Ajahn. Sadhu. May the Triple Gem bless you. Yes, what you did in your previous life regarding mindfulness and wisdom will carry over to the next life. So that's why we have different type of people. Some are calm and some are restless. That's because of the level of mindfulness. J.W. Lee, with my utmost reverence to you, my apology. Sorry, the message keeps running away from me. Terence Lee. Hi Tanajan, is there any difference between a sudden death and a gradual death in terms of rebirth? No. The difference in rebirth depends on your good and bad karma that you have performed in this life. Not the way how you die. You can die slowly or die quickly. It will not determine your rebirth. What determines your rebirth is your good or bad karma. Martina Pawahaha. Dear Ajahn, after seeing the unchanging true mind, is follow-up practice needed? As long as you have no defilement, no stress, then there's nothing to do. Just keep the mind peaceful and calm forever. If your mind is truly without any defilement, then there is nothing to do. But if you still have stress, you still have defilement, then you have to get rid of them. By merely just seeing it's only a brief moment, then you can return, then your defilement might still come back and your stress still can appear. So if you have stress and defilement, you have to continue try to eliminate them. Sue Kelly, thank you, I understand. And I'm glad you explained Pra and Long Ta and Tan. You are not old enough to be my father, so I should call you pra Ajahn. No, Ajahn is teacher. Say pra means venerable teacher. This is a more formal way of addressing a teacher. So you can call me pra Ajahn, mean venerable teacher. But you might not be able to call me Luang Ta because I'm not old enough to be your grandpa yet. You might call me Luang Pi. Pi means brother. So you can call me Luang Pi, means venerable brother. I might be a little bit older or younger. If I'm older, it's called Pi. If I'm younger, it's called Nong. But we don't call among someone lower than us or younger than us because we respect monk more. So even if the age is younger than we still call that monk Luang Pi, not Luang Nong. Luang Nong is considered to be rude. You have to call somebody who is younger than you Luang Pi, even though he's younger, but he's older in terms of morality. I hope this clarifies some of your question, causing more confusion. I'm not sure. You shouldn't call me Luang Po or Luang Ta. You can call me Luang Pi, or you can call me Pra Ajahn. Pra Ajahn can be applied without age. It refers to a teacher. If you consider me to be your teacher, then you can call me Pra Ajahn. Ajahn means teacher. In Pali, it's called Acharya. In Thai, we call Ajahn. It's the same word, but different pronunciation. In the book of the biography of Acharya Mansi, this is the Pali way of saying Ajahn in Pali, Acharya Man, or you can call Ajahn Man, Pra Ajahn Man, Venerable Teacher Man. Kanok Kwan, Ritualand, Namaste Pra Ajahn. Chi Chin Chuan, my children are addicted to handphones. Every time I discipline and control them, I lost my calmness and get angry. Should I stop controlling them and keep my calmness and ignore them? Well, next time they ask for a new phone, then don't buy it for them. Let them buy it themselves. You can teach them right and wrong, good and bad, but you cannot force them to do good or bad, right or wrong. They have to do it themselves. So your duty, your responsibility is to teach them what is good and bad, what is right and wrong. But whatever they do, you cannot force them. But you can create conditions that will make it difficult for them to do bad things. Like don't buy them the new phone. The next time they want to get a new phone, you tell them to go and buy it themselves. And if you think the handphone is not good for them. Sandy Lim, good day Ajahn, and thanks so much for the Dhamma. You're welcome. Esther Yip, dear Ajahn, I still can have a totally blank mind while meditating. However, I am aware when I start to think and bring myself back. This will happen throughout meditation. If I continue noting about my thinking, will it lead to a totally blank mind one day? No. You have to focus on your breath or on a mantra only. If you just focus on your thought will just keep coming up and will never stop. So the only way to stop your thought is to use the mantra or to focus on your breath. That's why the Buddha teaches us to use anapanasati practice. Focus on your breathing, your breath at the tip of your nose. Ong apprentice, I refer to beyond birth. So I just let my mind go. Once it fell, it exploded. As soon as it exploded, it completely disappeared. There was nothing left. Why is letting go of control of the mind at the beginning of practice lead to more craving? But letting go of control of the mind at the end of practice lead to emptiness. Thank you. That's because the desire to control the mind is the last craving that you have to get rid of. Once you get rid of your last craving, then there's nothing left to get rid of. So you have emptiness. But at the start of the practice, you have so many types of cravings. So if you let go of your craving, then you allow all sort of cravings to come up. But if there's only the last craving left, then you have to get rid of that. You have to get rid of that craving, which is the craving to control the mind. Sue Kelly, okay. Ajahn, haha, yes. I understand. I think I was actually born the same year as you, sister, 1956. So you can be my older brother. Okay. You can call me Luang Pi if you like. Or you can call me Ajahn, whichever way you prefer. But Luang Pi will be more informal, more personal. Ajahn means more formal. When you address a monk that you don't really know, then you probably will call him Ajahn. If you know someone more personal and you respect him as a brother, then you can call him Luang Pi. Swiss Bliss. Can I ask my third question? Yes, of course. I am savvy again. When one dies, does his last thought continue in the chitta even when the mind left the body? How thought come to a chitta which is still not attracted to any form of body without the five senses? Thank you. It's like when you go to sleep, your thought continue on in the manifestation of dreams. When you go to sleep, your thought continue on fabricating, producing dreams, producing story. Same way when you die, the mind continue on thinking, creating more dreams. They can produce good dreams or bad dreams. Good dream is the product of good karma. Bad dream is the product of bad karma. So when you die with good dreams, you go to a heavenly realm of existence. If you die with bad dreams, you go to an undesirable realm of existence. Check link 10. I have never heard of the term Luang Pi, dear Ajahn. Now I understand the meaning. Actually, what does Tan mean? I know Ajahn means teacher. Is Tan Ajahn and Pra Ajahn the same? Yes. Tan or Pra means the same thing, venerable, which means venerable teacher. Okay. Thank you for your donation also. Check link 10. Venerable, check link 10 for the venerable donation. Chi Chin Chuan, among who went through Pansa longer, has paid respect to another monk with shorter Pansa. He was very upset. Did he broke any Vinaya? He broke the tradition. You don't pay respect to someone who is younger. It's always the younger who has to pay the respect to the older. This is the tradition of how we respect or treating with our monks. If someone who happens to be who ordained before us, we consider them our older brother. If someone who ordained after us, then we consider him younger brother. So we don't pay respect to younger brother. We always pay respect to the older brother. This is just a tradition, not really the Vinaya. Kenneth Han, thank you, Luang Pi. for clarifying the respectful forms of address. You're welcome. Sally Chi, Sadhu, Sadhu. But the word P is something that you have to be careful of also because of the level of sound. Long Pi and Long Pi is two different words. Long Pi means venerable. Long Pi means what you call Long Pi, venerable brother. But Long Pi means ghost. So you have to be careful how you put the emphasis on the tone. It has to be Long Pi, not Long Pi. Long Pi, you're calling your brother ghost because the word Pi means ghost. P means brother. This is just another something to let you know. That's nothing serious. Sally Chi, Sadhu, Sadhu. Okay, we have about 3.5 minutes left. So I think you have to start typing your question. If you haven't typed any question, if you had already, continue on typing and send them in. Sally Chi, Sadhu, Sadhu. JW Lee, so sorry for missing text. Ajahn, I don't understand why your teaching is not the same, but keep changing. You instructed someone to give up all the properties in order to practice intensively. But for someone, example lay woman, who is old, 56 years, and want to ordain or stay at the temple, you tell them to plan and keep some money for their health. How about me? I am less than 50, but with very bad health condition. I used to stay at the meditation center since young, but not able to do so anymore. I used to meditate a lot at the center and also help out their work. Later, when my health worsened, I am not able to meditate in the meditation hall because it's too cold for many moving fans. Meditators like fans so much, so I will meditate out of the hall. But there are plenty of mosquitoes all day and all night because the center is in the forest. I'm very allergic to mosquitoes. It causes severe reaction, rash, itching. Later in life, I also have issues about food allergy, gluten, egg, soy. The center serves only vegetarian food. It's very difficult for me. Most important thing is that the owner of the center know everything about my health issue, but they do not do anything to help. They cannot cook food, especially for me. They cannot provide me private kuti or the suitable place where there is quiet and has no fan. The center only allows meditators to meditate in common room. Altogether, the center built only 2 kutis, only for 2 supporters who donate plenty of money. I am tired of looking and searching for places to meditate. I also need to be sure about money I need to spend for building kuti in the temple or meditation center. So in my case, it will be a supportive condition for me to give away all my properties, which I do not have much anyway. If I do so, then where can I go for meditation? It does not seem that owner of meditation center really understand my health condition. I cannot help out to do chores as much as when I was young. It's because of my illness. How can I pay for medication which government does not support? The effective medication for me is very good and very safe, but it's not covered with national welfare. I am now practicing and working 2 to 5 days per week at my private home. Anyhow, there is expense. I cannot find anyone who understands my condition and willing to support me. Is it good that I should give away all my properties and money to practice intensively? Where should I go? Then I also have a sick bed, ridden parent to take care of. That is expense. Too. Thank you very much, Ajahn. Well, in your case, I don't think you can give away anything because you need your money to support yourself and the people that you're looking after. So in your case, you can forget about dana or charity. You have to provide charity for yourself and your own people first. Then you will have to also work to have more money to look after yourself. So this will limit your practice. So this is the unfortunate fact of life. Saran Jankovic. Dear Ajahn, I have gradually increased my meditation time over the years. I got used to sit and watch my deep and calm breathing. It has become uncomfortable for me to miss out on my daily meditation, but still I can say that I have had a lasting achievement. Since the calm I gather in meditation is getting lost from time to time, and I still tend to lose my serenity when unexpected events happen that seem to attack my notion of self. Then I understand that I am not able to see the feelings and as arising and ceasing phenomena, but that I still see the khandha as self, me or mine. You have to be more mindful, that's all. Right now your mindful is not sharp enough, it's not strong enough. So practice more mindfulness rather than using wisdom at this point. Keep reciting the mantra to keep your mind from thinking better. Among apprentice, thank you, I understand. Dear Ajahn, I have gradually increased my meditation, okay. So on Jankovic, is my meditation only a sort of aspirin, only a temporary painkiller? Yes, meditation is a temporary cure. We have to develop vipassana or insight to have a permanent cure. What am I doing wrong to not be able to understand anicca, dukkha, and anatta on a deeper, more immediate level? You have to apply it in your daily life. You have to see everything around you as anicca, dukkha, anatta all the time. Eli Hassan, thanks Tanajan, stay safe. You're welcome. Chayam Lama Kurum, Satu Satu. Check Ling Tan, thank you Venerable Long Paul for another amazing Dhamma teaching session. Satu Satu. You're welcome. Kwan Patum Napa, greeting on the Teacher's Day. Yes, in Thailand today is the National Teacher Day also. Thank you very much for Q&A teaching, Sadhu. Kenatan, thank you, Tanajan. I will take care with pronunciation from Nong Poi. I'm not sure what you mean by that. From Nong Professor, okay, from Nong Professor. From Nong Professor, yes. Irene Uy, good afternoon, Tanajan and everyone. Ronnie, everyone, greetings. I have to skip some of your comment, okay, because I'm running out of time already. So I'll just read check if there's still any question to reply to. Okay, looks like that's all the questions submitted for today. Thank you very much for your participation, for your presence. Enjoy talking to you, and I hope that I can be of service to you in helping you to understand better the practice of the Dhamma teaching of the Buddha. In the meantime, please stay calm, stay peaceful, stay safe, stay mindful, and keep on practicing. And I will see you again next week if all goes well. Thank you and goodbye.